What's up, guys? Welcome to Team 4 Studios. We are excited to present our project, Fairy and Adventure of a Lifetime. A game that combines adventure, exploration, and magic in a unique 3D platforming experience.
Hi, hello. Okay, I have the wonderful opportunity to share what I've been working on in this project, but each time I've recorded this has been really slow, so I'm going to go really fast or as fast as I can. So first things first, before I get into that, I want to share how our project, like this loading screen, which is super cool. Um, but this loading screen takes a really long time, so we're just going to talk about the other things, and then we're going to show them, and then after we show the things that we're going to show, this is the main menu and that's a loading screen. And there's a bunch of tooltips that it cycles through, but this loading screen is taking a while. So in our game, we have fairies and fairy shrines. You get abilities from the fairies, and then you can teleport from one shrine to the next. Except for it's kind of like Dark Souls, which Dark Souls 3, when you're in Firelight Shrine, you have access to your first teleport, but then after that, you have to travel to all of your other teleports. And so that's up there. Anyways, let's demonstrate the fairy powers that I guess I haven't talked about yet, but I was talking on the previous versions of this call. So I can only jump once, and then I talk to this fairy, and she gave me some powers, so I can do it twice. Look at that. And these fairy shrines, the player can go up to in order to fast travel. Platformers come in all sorts of shapes and sizes, and Fairy is no different. Fairy focuses on a number of verticality challenges, using a number of mechanics and player abilities in order to overcome vertical challenges. The first of which is the Bouncing Mushroom, which provides a static launch to the player. The second of which is the Magic Mound, which provides a multiplicative launch to the player. By chaining the Magic Mound, our dash, and our jump, we can overcome vertical challenges together. The Linking Ruby is another of these mechanics that we can use. Two Linking Rubies connect together in order to teleport the player from one location to the next. The Air Vent turns on for 3 seconds on a time, lifting the player. The B of our game chases the player down and deals damage. Taking enough damage will force the player to respawn. By pressing G, the player can glide for a short duration, but only up to 3 seconds. The player can also climb, and by clicking R2, the player can also grapple to certain locations. So this is version 3 of our save, this was version 2 of our save system, and it went through the third-person character, which caused a lot of problems because the third-person character doesn't always exist, like if you're in the main menu, for existence. And then also this version doesn't have asynchronous loading, and so when you can load the level you want, but then you don't actually teleport to the location of the save. Like you'll be on the level you want, but then you have to re-walk to where you need to be, and that nobody wants that. Like you want to pick up where you left off, right? And so the other problem is also, we had 3 problems for the game's instance, was the widgets were all over the place, and you have a problem where, like, so if you put your own opening a level, right, so you have a loading screen, but then when you open the level, the loading screen is cleaned up because it's not in the game instance. And so you need to asynchronously load, and you also need the game instance to hold on to the things that need to persist. And so that is why we created the game instance. This is my absolute magnum opus. It's like version 3, 3.5 of our save system, widget system, whatever. It combines all of it. It's great. I love it. So, but before that, we have this player save, which is a structure that is saved in the game save, and it has all of the things that are important that we need to know. Is it a new game? Where you're last saved? Blah blah blah. And then it also has a structure of the structure right here. Player abilities is this, which is here, and it used to be booleans, but now it's maps, which is strings and booleans together. And so this game instance controls our user interface, as you can see, loading screen, menu, and then your pause menu, your shrine menu, your fast travel, and it has functions that are like important, the most important stuff right here. And it also has asynchronous loading for your levels, and actually saves like it should, which is very nice. And then I guess I will talk about how we did the conditionals, because there are so many, like when we first started out, it was just like just jump. So you can have that with one boolean, right? But then once you have like, we just have booleans, but now there's so many different abilities that you need to be able to iterate through them in order to control which ones are working. And so what we do is the fairy. I guess we'll talk about the fairy and then talk about how the player activates their ability. The fairy has an array of strings, and then we find the map component of the ability, and then we replace it to be true. And then the ability that the player has checks and sees to find if that instance also is true. And then if it is, then you can use it. Which is so, I know it sounds so easy, but this right here took like literally 6 hours. So anyways, I rambled on too much. Thank you so much.
Hi, this is GTN. About this part is I make this the level. We can find that there is some difference because this is my first time to make the map, so always will have some problem. Okay, let's begin. So like we before to make the map, this is some of the difference, and this is the level, and we can sorry, I'm checking. So this is very different for we just did before. And about this dash double jump we also be have, and from this map I added something different. Okay. And crabbing also can work too. From this investment is from the mountain and going to the first mountains story, and this part is my very like. This part I'm very like is about the time. Like this run fast, we can't feel fast, but we can, yeah, just that. Everything will be slow. Oh, back. Everything will be changed slow, so we can to possibly here. Yeah, just like that. Okay, this is my map.
Hello, I'm Josiah Penrose, and I'm one of the modelers and level designers for our game Fairy. I'm about to show you my cave levels that I've created and some of the models I created for it. The glow crystal, which is meant to be just sort of ambient lighting for the caves. The other thing I'll go over is my design. What I was thinking when I was designing the level. The first thing I was thinking here was I want to show off the air vents that we have. Give me a second to get up here. Okay. At this point, I assumed that the player would have the double jump and the dash abilities, so the game is balanced in such a way right now to make it so that that's what you have to go forward. Some of these jumps are a little difficult. Most require both the double jump and the dash to get through. What you saw up there is the magic mound. It's just a bouncer. I believe it was explained in a different segment. Here we have another air vent. One of the challenges that we had with designing the levels was what abilities the player would have when. Hello, I'm Josiah Penrose, and one of the modelers and level designers for our game Fairy. I'm currently playing through one of the cave levels that I made. It's one of my favorites that I built, and I am going to discuss a little bit of the design I had while making this level. The most important thing being what abilities the player would have at the time when they would reach this in the game. Currently, I have it designed so that you have access to the double jump and air dash features in the game, so that you can, well, extend your jumps a little bit and get a little bit more height out of some jumps. It allows you to clear such larger gaps as the ones down there and across those spikes ahead. This up here I have made as a save point so that I could, so that you're not punished too hard if you miss one of these jumps. I don't want the player to fall all the way back down there while we don't have fall damage to cause you to have to jump all the way back up here. I did the same thing up here in this area, though I made so that if you fall, there's a way that you can just teleport back up here using... Alright, the final section I have in this cave area are these magic mounds, which are just our general bounce pads. You should be able to bounce across each of them and reach this final area, which would lead into the next level.
To conclude, developing Fairy has been a fantastic learning experience for all of us at Team 4 Studios. Through this project, we have gained practical skills in using the Unreal Engine. We also have the opportunity to practice our teamwork and project management skills. We've navigated the challenge of collaboration, discovering each team member's strength towards a common goal. We are grateful for this experience and believe these skills and insights we have gained will greatly help us for our future in the game development industry. Thank you for watching. We are eager to hear your feedback.